In the heart of the early morning forest, a young deer stood still, its delicate frame outlined against the backdrop of towering trees that stretched toward the sky like ancient sentinels. The air was crisp, infused with the earthy scent of damp leaves and the sweet, faint perfume of wildflowers beginning to bloom. As the first rays of sunlight pierced through the canopy, they scattered in a dance of shimmering spots on the forest floor, illuminating the underbrush with a golden hue. Each beam seemed to whisper secrets of the night that had just passed, secrets that only the forest knew. The young deer, with its soft, tawny coat speckled with white spots, was a picture of innocence and grace. Its large, dark eyes were wide and curious, reflecting the wonder of the world around it. It stood poised, the gentle breeze ruffling its fur, as if the forest itself was greeting this new day alongside it. The fawn's ears twitched at the sounds of the awakening woods, the rustling of leaves, the distant call of a bird, and the soft gurgle of a nearby stream. Each sound was a melody, a part of the symphony that played in this untouched sanctuary. In that moment, the deer was not merely an animal, it was a part of the ancient tapestry of life that wove through the forest. It embodied the spirit of the wild, a creature born of instinct and intuition, yet still imbued with the innocence of youth. The fawn took a tentative step forward, its hooves barely making a sound on the carpet of moss and fallen leaves. Each step was a discovery, a venture into the unknown, and the forest welcomed it with open arms, offering a multitude of experiences waiting to unfold. As the deer moved deeper into the woods, it became aware of the world beyond its immediate surroundings. The towering trees, with their gnarled branches and thick trunks, were not just obstacles. They were guardians, protectors of the secrets that lay within. The sunlight flickered through the leaves, creating a mosaic of light and shadow that danced around the fawn, mirroring its own youthful exuberance. With every stride, the deer felt the pulse of the forest, a heartbeat that resonated through the ground and into its very being. The fawn paused, its senses heightened. It caught a whiff of something sweet and earthy, a scent that beckoned it closer. Curiosity piqued, it followed the aroma, weaving through the underbrush, its small body agile and nimble. The world was a playground, full of wonders to explore. The young deer discovered patches of clover, their vibrant green leaves glistening with dew, and it nibbled at them cautiously, savoring the freshness of the morning. Each bite was a delight, a testament to the abundance of nature that surrounded it. As the sun climbed higher, the forest transformed. The shadows retreated, and the shimmering spots of light grew brighter, illuminating the delicate ferns and wildflowers that dotted the landscape. The fawn continued its exploration, venturing further from the safety of its mother, who remained hidden in the thicket, vigilant and watchful. The young deer was aware of her presence, a comforting thought that anchored it to the familiar, yet it yearned to discover the world beyond its sheltered existence. With each passing moment, the forest revealed more of its treasures. The fawn stumbled upon a small clearing, where the sun bathed the ground in warmth and light. Here, the air was filled with the sound of buzzing insects and the gentle rustle of grass swaying in the breeze. In the center of the clearing stood a patch of vibrant wildflowers, daisies, violets, and buttercups, each one a burst of color against the green backdrop. The deer approached, its heart racing with excitement, and began to explore the delicate petals, fascinated by their beauty. In the midst of this exploration, the fawn felt a sense of freedom that was intoxicating. It was a moment of pure joy, a fleeting glimpse into the essence of life itself. But as it frolicked among the flowers, a sudden rustle in the bushes caught its attention. Instinct kicked in, and the young deer froze, its heart pounding in its chest. The forest, once a realm of wonder, now held an edge of danger. The fawn's ears perked up, straining to hear the source of the sound. A moment later, a flash of movement broke the stillness. Out from the thicket emerged a fox, its sleek body low to the ground, eyes glimmering with intent. The young deer instinctively took a step back, its body tense, ready to flee. The fox, with its cunning gaze, seemed to assess the situation, calculating its next move. The forest held its breath, a palpable tension hanging in the air as predator and prey stood frozen in time. But the fawn was not yet ready to succumb to fear. In that heartbeat of uncertainty, It remembered the warmth of the sun on its back, the sweet taste of clover, and the gentle lullaby of the forest. With a surge of courage, it turned and bounded away, its legs propelling it forward with an energy that was both exhilarating and liberating. The young deer dashed through the underbrush, weaving between trees and leaping over fallen logs, the thrill of the chase igniting a fire within. The fox, caught off guard by the sudden burst of speed, hesitated for just a moment. That moment was all the fawn needed. It raced back toward the safety of the thicket where its mother awaited, the familiar scent of her presence guiding it home. The forest, once again, transformed into a sanctuary, a place where the young deer could find solace and protection. As it reached its mother, the fawn nuzzled against her side, seeking comfort and reassurance. The older deer looked down, her eyes filled with a mixture of pride and concern. She had watched her young one venture into the world, a rite of passage that every creature must face. The fawn, still breathing heavily from its escape, felt the warmth of its mother's body, a reminder that in the vastness of the forest, love and safety could always be found. In the moments that followed, the two deer stood together, united against the backdrop of the forest. The sun continued its ascent, casting a golden glow that seemed to wrap around them like a warm embrace. The young deer, emboldened by its experience, began to understand the balance of life in the woods, the beauty and the danger, the joy and the fear, all intertwined in a delicate dance. As the day unfolded, the forest buzzed with life. Birds flitted from branch to branch, their songs filling the air with melodies of hope. Squirrels chattered as they scurried up trees, their tiny paws deftly navigating the rough bark. The young deer watched, captivated by the vibrant tapestry of existence that surrounded it. In that moment, it realized that it was part of something greater, a community bound by the rhythms of nature. The sun climbed higher, and the forest began to warm. The fawn, emboldened by its earlier adventure, ventured out again, this time with its mother by its side. Together, they explored the familiar paths, the places where the fawn had played and discovered. The gentle rustle of leaves and the soft crunch of twigs underfoot became a comforting soundtrack to their journey, a reminder that they were never alone. As the day wore on, the young deer learned to navigate the intricate web of life in the forest. It discovered the joys of companionship as it played with its mother, bounding through the underbrush and leaping over fallen branches. Together they grazed on tender shoots and lush grass, sharing the bounty of the earth. The fawn felt a sense of belonging, a connection to the land that nourished them both. As the sun began to dip toward the horizon, casting long shadows across the forest floor, the young deer and its mother settled in a small clearing. The air was cool, and the sounds of the forest began to shift, the evening chorus of crickets and the distant hoot of an owl signaling the approach of night. The fawn nestled close to its mother, feeling the warmth radiating from her body, a comforting presence in the gathering darkness. In that tranquil moment, the young deer reflected on its day, the thrill of exploration, the rush of fear, and the sweet embrace of safety. The forest was a realm of contrasts where beauty and danger coexisted in a fragile balance. The fawn understood that it was just beginning its journey, a journey that would be filled with challenges and triumphs, joys and sorrows. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, the young deer closed its eyes, lulled by the gentle sounds of the forest. It dreamed of vast meadows and sparkling streams, of the adventures that awaited in the days to come. The fawn, once a timid creature standing alone in the early morning light, had begun to embrace the world around it, ready to grow, to learn, and to thrive within the embrace of the forest. In the heart of the woods, under the watchful gaze of the moon, the young deer slept soundly, cradled by the rhythms of nature. The shimmering spots of light that had danced on the forest floor earlier in the day now faded into the shadows, but the spirit of the forest remained alive, a promise of the countless stories yet to unfold. The fawn was not just a part of the forest, it was a thread woven into the fabric of life itself, a testament to the enduring beauty of the wild.